will kick it away to start. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Now they'll run it to the right here. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Tackle is made at the 37. And that's a first down for the offense.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Off play action on first down. Starting to feel a little pressure. Going to try to get it himself. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Tennessee loves relying on the big physical backs like a Jamal Lewis, and this guy fits the mold.
Yeah, guys you just didn't want to tackle. I mean, guys that run angry all the time, and it's a mindset. When Tennessee has that mindset, the fans go crazy, and their teams are usually their best squads.
To the air on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. Wants to throw. It's Iamaleava. Fires to the wideout. He makes the catch. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. The Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Powers through the defender.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground. Refuse not to get him on the ground. That's not a big back. You got to get that guy on the ground. You can't let him pick up an extra couple yards and stay ahead of the sticks.
Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown ball. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. A first down for the offense. They'll try it over the left side. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Looking for a productive play on first down. Running to the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. And now on second down for this offense. Jackson gonna throw it. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
So on their first drive of the game, they're going to roll the dice a little bit and go for it on fourth down in their own territory. Looking left. He was able to come down with the pass, but not in bounds, so it'll be a turnover on downs.
I'll tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. Fourth down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, though.
And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wide out in motion. They want to run this quarterback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
There's just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. The sure hands, it's Matthews. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Volunteers! Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Tennessee 14, Florida State 0.
On the move from inside his 5. Finds his way up to the 24 before he goes out of bounds. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive sphere flaming. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. We've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Oftentimes, defenses see empty sets, and that's when they want to dial up pressure, knowing there's no extra bodies back there to protect the quarterback. They were able to get to him on that one, and that's why the ball was incomplete.
And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
You see it in football all the time, right? I get a matchup on the outside. You want to try to play man coverage. I'm going to let my wide receiver try to go up and make a play. A lot of times the wide receiver wins. Not this time.
Getting some heat. Hit as he throws. And that pass is intercepted. And he's wrapped. on the pick.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Tennessee 14, Florida State 0.
2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a 1st down for this offense.
Well, it took everything on defense to just get that guy down on the 1-yard line. He is a monster, Dave.
And if this offense, Jesse, is going to keep doing that, you bet.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tennessee. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Tennessee 21, Florida State 0.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down.
And your Florida State Seminoles will take over 1st and 10.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score. And Jesse, probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Knocked down quickly after the pick, but that offense says thank you very much, and they'll have it at the 43. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Now they'll try the right side. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a 1st down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. Oh, look out! Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. He has 89 yards on the ground, and he just continues to turn in productive performance after productive performance. That's how you lead the nation in rushing. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Gain of 2. 2nd down coming up.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Motion from the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy.
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown ball. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he got into the house from the 6th to finish it.
Florida State 0.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be knocked down. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offense offensive spear flaming. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? You're going to be a great player. You got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. To throw, it's Glenn. Looking to buy time. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he'll let it fly. Blasted as he lets it go. And the ball is intercepted. Taking it the other way. He's at the 30. The 10. And he's going to run it off. Touchdown, Volunteer.
Number 2 scores points for the defense.
He'll try to tack on one more. And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Texas Tech is currently trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Patrick Mahomes, and they are right back in this. It's still a one-score game. They're trailing by 8 to Army. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum, and he's going to let it go. It's complete. A huge pickup. Nothing but green grass down the middle. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Florida State. They get the extra point on the board, but they're still down 35-7. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You have got to make them pay for gambling.
Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical.
All by himself down the middle. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Tennessee. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with the long run for the touchdown.
Florida State, 7.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he won't quite make it back to the 20-yard line as he goes out of bounds at the 19. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some more. Going downfield for the big play. And he's got it at the 30. Touchdown, Seminoles. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. The AT unit on the field. And it's perfect. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Finds his man down the middle. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. And the Volunteers are in the hurry-up. They'll throw it on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Vols! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off.
49, Florida State, 14.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Ballmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Jackson will throw. He tries to take the top off. Intercepted. Got room on the return. The 40. At the 30. He's at the 20. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Volunteers. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half.
Florida State, 14.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be dragged down. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little...
Time to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. 3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Gibson. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Fires to the middle. Got him, and nobody's close. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Jackson gonna throw it. Fires deep toward the end zone. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Just about set for the second half kickoff. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
He's got his man. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Wants to throw on first down. He wants to take the top off. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, no! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. After that score, they'll try to build some momentum here in the third quarter and get it back with an onside kick. They got it, able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense set on first down. They're testing the right side here. At the 35, he's open. Nothing but green ahead. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats.
And how about the big play by this running back? Nice job running with the football. Good balance, seeing where he needed to go with the football. Finishing the run, he gets knocked out of bounds. But how about this offense set up now on first and goal?
And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Touchdown, Tennessee! And the beatdown has ensued. They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive.
Trying to beat the D deep. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. Got some room to run. And after the interception, he brings it back and gets it inside the 35.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There was a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
To the air, it's Iamaleava. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference. The defense in a most benevolent move, giving the offense a new set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. That's caught. It's Staley. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds.
Well, that bubble screen goes nowhere. You got to give the defender credit because he won at the point of attack, defeated the block. He was able to get to the ball carrier, get him down on the ground.
He wants to throw here on second down. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be third down.
Listen, a lot of time, tips and deflections are because you got great eyes and vision on the quarterback. You see him release the football, you break on it, you tip that thing, and make sure the receiver can't get it.
Gonna run it. It's Lewis. They bring him down, and he's gonna lose a yard on that one.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over a hundo on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
And just not enough leg on that kick. You see it just gets knocked down by the crossbar.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Moving away from pressure. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. The Seminoles will hustle to the line. Jackson will throw. Unloads to the wideout. Already find a hole in that secondary. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. His offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. They'll throw it on first down. They're bringing heat. The ball is out behind the line. And he was able to get back on top of his own fumble.
Man, this is why...
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. He slings it deep to the left. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the catch. It's Williams. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Seminoles are rolling down the field. Looking to move it through the air. Working that left side now. And it's slipped out. And the football bounds across the sidelines. They'll lose a couple. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Back to the air one more time. It's complete on the right side. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Jackson gonna throw it. The quick out. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down.
Man, it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Coming after him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Couldn't find his man last time. Now they'll have to convert 3rd and 4. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Looking to throw. Feeling some heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. 1st down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
They will score! Touchdown, Florida State! 2-point conversion attempt is coming. Jackson will throw. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Well, there was a golden opportunity for the offense to come away with 2 points there, but he dropped it in the end zone. That's a catch you have to make.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Makes the grab. At the 20, he's got space. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. And the Vols have pushed it inside the 20. They'll try the left side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Got a man. It's Lewis. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. The Vols want to pick up the tempo. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Vols! And the pummeling has started. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Quarterback checking off. Going up top on 1st down. And it's his 4th interception of the night. Takes it the other way. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Volunteers! They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue. And the extra point was good to finish things off. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. He'll return it. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Leaves it with the back. Works his way ahead for 3 out to the 14.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Jackson gonna throw it. Gonna let it fly. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He unleashes a long one. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Tennessee. And the punishment has been extended. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Texas Tech is getting crushed today, and this is in front of a full house in Lubbock. That fan base should not be subjected to this. They're trailing by 25 to Army. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, take a knee, no, yes, over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking it at the end zone, making a huge play.
Bringing it back. Just trucks through it. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
He's right on target. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Looking for a man. It's Iamaleava. Still looking, on the move. Really nice job by this sophomore quarterback to pick up the 1st down with the run.
It's just so frustrating on the defense. I mean, you got great initial coverage. You understand 3rd and short, the ball might come out fast, and then what does the quarterback do? Scrambles around, buys time, gets the 1st down pretty easily. Now you got a new fresh set of downs and a new fresh set of problems.
Gets it out quickly. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. They get to him as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And the offense comes up short on third down, but I'll tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point to. I'll be interested to see if they go for it here on fourth down. They don't have to. They got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, shown a variety of all kinds of things. Now it's just about how they want to finish.
It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on fourth down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing.
And he throws another interception.
And they'll take over first and 10.
The offense set for a first down play. Use the play fake, now to throw. Trying to get to him. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Back to pass, it's Iamaleava. Fires into traffic, picked off. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 10. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped.
Tennessee offense will take over first and 10.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
The Volunteers come to the line in the hurry-up. On second down, wants to throw it. Complete downfield. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains.
It's hard to run a route or get lost near the sidelines and understand exactly where you're at. Nice job understanding I'm starting to get close to the sidelines, throttling down a little bit, catching the football, and making sure I was in bounds.
Let's see what they've got on second down.
He runs out of bounds at the 27. Brings up.
Looking downfield, it's Iamaleava. Going for it all. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Here comes third and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. Dances away. He's not afraid to go deep. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out.